weeks, one of the most anticipated matchups of the entire regular season. Two national championship contenders, each ranked in the top 5. Which side can step up and deliver on this big stage? We're in downtown Atlanta at Bobby Dodd Stadium, home field, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. And the Canes will kick this deep to start us off. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. So the Yellow Jackets offense comes onto the field for the first time today. We've got a quarterback here coming off a sensational performance, Kirk. He sounded very confident when we met with him this week, but let's see if he can build on that this time.
Yeah, I think the last game that he played, he just threw the football on time. He didn't try to do too much, found the open receivers, took what the defense gave him, and as you mentioned, we had a chance to talk to him. I think that's what he's looking to try to do, not try to live up to the hype, just put together another solid performance.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time with good recognition by the quarterback, then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Ultimately, the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 39. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Getting close to midfield now. They bring it down to the 47. Both teams trying to set the tone in this high-stakes collision here, Kirk. A long way to go. We expect this battle to come down to the final minutes.
Well, both these teams have been chirping back and forth during the week. I'm sure they're finally excited to be out on the field together, and this is the kind of matchup you just have to have an aggressive mindset, attacking all game long, and find out who the best team is late in this game.
Going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Catch made on the right side. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. And now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Big moment on the opening drive. They face 3rd down. Back to throw again. Caught in the flat by the running back. And they convert on 3rd down. Move the ball to the 36.
What a huge 3rd down conversion here for this offense. Nice job of being able to give the quarterback enough time. He finds the matchup that he wants, gets it to his man, and he does the rest.
Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on 1st down. Looks to be just inches short of the mark. Kirk, both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge, the biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be into that postseason at the end of the year.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. And it's incomplete and a very quick throw.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
On the 9th play of this opening drive, it's 3rd down and short. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Looks to the left, pass caught. They bring him down, but that play moves him into scoring position. 1st and 10 from the 11. The Yellow Jackets begin a new series here. 1st and 10. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Defense is coming after him. And it's a throwaway. That's a good call down here in the red zone on first down.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away.
He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
That's what I love about this running back is he's so dangerous after the catch. You know, you look at him and you think about the ability to run between tackles or even bounce it outside, and that's great. But what makes him really one of the more dangerous backs in the country is this right here. Catch the ball to the backfield, make people miss, and take it into the end zone.
And that'll be caught in the end zone to move the lead to 8-0.
You know, Chris, I don't understand all the decisions offensive coordinators make, in this case the head coach, going for 2 on the opening drive. But analytics these days tell you in some cases that's the right play. And they're up 8-0 here to get the game started.
So the Hurricanes offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Hey, Kirk, this is going to be fun. One of the best edge matchups we're going to see all season long. Elite wide receiver, elite corner, both competitive guys ready to go at each other.
And you know this corner, we had a chance to visit with him this week. He wants to be on an island against one of the best receivers in the country. And he's going to get that chance today to have a chance to showcase that he, in fact, is the top corner in college football.
Tackles made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. Game moves the ball to the 43. First down coming up. They'll hand it off. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss. Well, they run it right into a blitz. And that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Oh, and he's in the clear down the left side. Can they catch him? All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You give the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. The Georgia Tech offense is back out there. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient, precise. Play action here on first down. It's a quick grab. He stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting close to the midfield. The game moves the ball past the 40, sets up another 1st and 10.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and if you go play action, it affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
And it's incomplete on the throwaway. Didn't find anybody open. Brings up a 2nd down now. Short connection to the tight end here. They get him down, but he crosses midfield. Stop the ball at the 44.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field.
Oh, the pass is picked off.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
Shotgun handoff here. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss of the play.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Receiver makes the catch. They make the stop at the 47. That's enough for a 1st down. The Hurricanes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And here's the handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Catch made in space. Look out. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31. The Canes hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. So Georgia Tech has the lead here, Kirk. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. They flipped into the field. We're ready now for the second period. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Out of the gun now on third down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down. So now on fourth down, out comes the field goal unit. They will trust the kicker here from 55 yards out. Let's see if he can get it there. What a kick. It's good from 55.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
The kickoff a little too hot to handle. Goes through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. Puts into space at the 50. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defense coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. But I think the reality is seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Inside deals now from the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They got him for a loss.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
On the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Bringing pressure. It's incomplete. The defense rises up and gets the stop against this very efficient third down offense. So here comes the kicking team on the field. They'll settle for three. He got it. The field goal's good. And with that, they retake the lead.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Miami offense back out on the field. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal. He's running out of time here. Here's a screen pass to the running back. That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield.
Chris, the timing of this screen pass just seemed to be off. The defense almost waiting for the ball to be thrown. He had nowhere to go by the time he caught it.
They look to throw it here on second down. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
What a great job here by the offensive coordinator going with the screen, and the timing could not have been any better. Quarterback senses the blitz, kind of baits that linebacker, floats it over top of him, and gave that running back plenty of room to pick up a nice gain.
Did not get there, and now it's going to bring up 4th down and 1. The Canes will bring their punt team on the field now. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. The last drive produced 3 points thanks to an excellent long-range field goal. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. He make the tackle, but this offense has crossed midfield. Set up with a first down at the 47.
Nice play-action call here by this offensive coordinator. Now you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if a quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
Moves out of the pocket. And it'll be forced out of bounds right near the line of scrimmage.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
He's wide open. Look out. They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to the 31 and a first down. The Yellow Jackets getting set on 1st and 10. Now they call a run. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Has a pass to the end zone. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
What if he got cooked up for this 2-point conversion attempt? Here's the snap, looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. He gets into the end zone. Strong run to make this a 2-score game, up by 9. Returner looking to create better field position. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Miami offense is back on the field. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. They're coming off a quick 3 and out. So looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
The offensive line is so caught up in communicating to pick up the defensive lineman, nobody picks up the middle linebacker on the blitz. He gets the sack.
The Hurricanes will have to punt this one away. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. He boots it away from inside his own end zone. And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball
can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Strong defense. They stop him right near the line of scrimmage. Looking to pass here on second down. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
On third down, he drops to throw. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
They'll try to run this one in. And he runs it into the end zone. That bumps it up to a 3-score game.
Well, that's when you know an offensive coordinator has confidence in his running game. 2-point conversion, no problem. Rely on the back and his vision with that great blocking up front to get you the 2 points.
And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup at intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. On first and 10, looking to throw. Snags the big throw. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. First down here for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
Tackled at the 40. That'll earn a fresh set of downs. And the Canes will hustle to the line to crank the tempo. And looking to throw now on first down. Pulls it in outside the 10 and still running. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Canes.
Now that's what I'm talking about. This hasn't been a great first half, but putting up that touchdown like this, now they're going to be feeling good heading into that locker room and get themselves to believe that they can come back and win this game.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. They've got to be pleased with their performance here in the first half. Let's see if they just play it cautious and get to the break in front. Caught near the sideline. It's Parker. Short completion there. Second down coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. It's going to be incomplete, trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He got a lot.
Oh, the pass rush gets home. The defense takes their third and final timeout to make some adjustments at the sideline.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
And the Yellow Jackets will bring their punt team onto the field. That's just the first punt for this offense tonight. And he lets it land, and it'll just bounce out of bounds. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Here's the handoff on a counter. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 36. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Pass rush closing in. way to set up the offense here. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
All right, guys. Looks like we've got a great game day atmosphere today in Atlanta. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
All right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it. The Yellow Jackets will kick it off to begin the second half. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They've been efficient. Scoring hasn't really been the problem, but they got to keep scoring the way their defense is going. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Makes the catch downfield. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Makes the catch downfield. Breaks into the clear. Finally brought down at the 8-yard line. A huge play, and suddenly they're in great scoring position. Here we go. First and goal. A touchdown here gets them right back into this game. In the red area, it's Washington. And he's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line. The crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. Touchdown, Miami. Add 6 more points to the total. Lining up to try the extra point. PHC is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Return begins inside the 10. And he'll be tackled after a solid effort on that return. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. He'll throw it now. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. The Yellow Jackets will try to keep this drive moving.
Man, you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher 2nd down on the way. Offense is off schedule here after that 1st down loss. Here comes 2nd down. 2nd down, looking to throw it. Looking to scramble. They'll try a pass here. And it's incomplete, just out of reach. Too much on that throw. The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Looking to throw yet again. The pocket breaking down. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
On the move now. He's looking to scramble. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this call. So the quarterback lost track of where he was. He was all the way beyond the line of scrimmage before throwing that pass. The offense will begin now with excellent field position. He hands it off from the gun. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you had to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. They go back onto the attack, but now behind on the scoreboard. Can they answer right away? Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Slides to avoid the big hit. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. The Yellow Jackets will have 1st and 10 here. Ball handed off. They've got him down out near the 40.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake. Looking to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got it in the open.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the 1st down.
And the Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Gets made on the out route.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Oh, it's incomplete. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Everything Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
First down, looking for more now.
Good call here by the offensive coordinator to go with quarterback sneak here on 3rd and inches, and he's going to get the first down. It's a great time to catch the defense off guard. Get up to the line of scrimmage quickly, get the lineman down, quarterback under the center, quick snap, and get the yardage you need for the first down.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Making people miss. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time.
Really nice run by the back, but I want to give credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for the first down.
The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. First down, we're going to throw the ball. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now. And the long drive continues. The offense just grinding away here. Nowhere to run. No corralling for no gain. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. The 11th play of this marathon drive, but it's 3rd and long now. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Pressure is coming. The pass is intercepted. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
This guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. Defense able to bring him down to wrap up the 3rd quarter of play. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Pressured and dropped back at the 8-yard line.
If I'm on this offensive line, I would not want to look at the game film after their performance today. It's almost like they've been moonwalking backwards the entire game, getting pushed all around by this defensive front. Chris, they've already given up 6 sacks alone in this game.
The coverage team able to bring him down. And the Georgia Tech offense is back out there. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Moves out of the pocket. He's brought down, but the game moves the ball to the 39.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
Running out of time in the pocket. Finds his target, and it's complete. Important 2nd down play coming up. Looking for a man. Nice Nice grab. It's Brown. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
It's a rare play call anymore in this era of the spread. Typically, it's shotgun, get the ball to the outside, typically looking for space. Here they said, the heck with that. Let's make it the surest way.
The Yellow Jackets lining up here on 1st and 10. And he drops back in the gun. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment. But here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back. Makes the catch. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
1st and goal. Can the offense punch it in and claim the lead here in the 4th quarter? Makes a quick grab. They make the tackle. penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Offside, defense.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
A mental error by the defense sets the offense up closer now. 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
I love that this defense is still fighting and still attacking. They're defending a 1st and goal play, and instead of just laying down and letting the offense score, no. They're not backing down. They get penetration, come up with a tackle for a loss.
Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Can they cut into this lead now on 3rd and goal? Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Dump off caught by the running back. And the defense swarms him. They've got him behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, Chris, it's a completion, but obviously short of the goal line. Late in the game, they've got to go for it. They've got to come up with his touchdown. Give the defense a lot of credit for keeping him out of the end zone to set up this 4th down.
There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. Defense is coming after him. And the pass is incomplete. A crucial misfire here late in the game. And the ball will turn over on downs. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Chewing clock with the running game. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, about the only thing that went right for the offense there, Chris, is they kept the ball in bounds to try to keep that clock moving. The defense does their job. They're just trying to think of any way at all to get that ball out and get the ball back to their offense to have a shot here.
And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. And the running back takes the handoff. Nothing doing on that play. The big D tackle there for the stop. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Just able to get it away. He'll field it close to midfield. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Here comes the Georgia Tech offense back out on the field. 1st and 10. Not much time left. They need to find the end zone in this possession. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Caught for the receiver.
Man, give the defense a lot of credit. You're taking away the elite receiver, that primary target, forces the quarterback to find a 2nd or 3rd option. He gets positive yards, but anytime you can take away the big play late in the game, it's going to help you be able to secure victory.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. He shreds the tackle. Now it's another broken tackle. It's out of bounds after running for the 1st down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. Escapes the pocket. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Look, crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. Quick pass, the catch is made. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Tight game, final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. On the run here, lets it go. The catch is made along the sideline. Good job getting the foot down. And he steps out of bounds. A heads-up play to stop the clock.
Well, Chris, just like this in the 4th quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a 1-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds, that's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
It's first and goal. Can they punch it in and take the lead? On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss of the play. The clock is still running. They got to get set quickly. Looks to the left, and it's complete. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets. They jump on top here in the final minute.
Here we go. They take the lead. What an amazing comeback by this team and this offense. Now it comes down to can their defense hold the lead with under a minute to go.
He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play. A touchback would have been a better idea. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They've got to gain some yards to get in better field goal position here. How efficient can they be? How much risk will they take? First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Pass caught on a comeback route. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there. And the offense takes timeout to stop the clock with just 11 seconds remaining. Now the offense here needs some big plays to give the kicker a chance here. The clock is a factor. Looking to throw it on first down. Dumps it down to the back. The clock. And a timeout stops the clock with just 7 seconds remaining in the game. Got to get points quickly here. Looking for explosive plays right now. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Gets rid of it on the move. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. And a timeout is taken with just 1 second remaining in the game. They need to score quickly here. Try to dial up some big plays. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Takes a hit just as he lets it fly. Last gasp falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the game. Well, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here